What's going on, everybody? Of course, it's your host Brink. Tune in to Brink TV. Now, right now, we have the lovely, beautiful, and strong Miss Sybrina Fulton. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. First, I got to say thank you for coming on this show. Truly a blessing to have you here. Now, I'm going to give you the microphone. I'm going to do an exercise real quick, and I just want you to tell me what you see, okay?
Okay. What do I see?
Yeah.
I see a young black, fairly well-looking guy with a hoodie.
What do you see now?
I see my son.
Okay, what does society see?
Society sees probably a problem child. Society sees different things. It depends on who you've asked. It's about perception, and it's something that is difficult to explain because you have some people could wear the same hoodie and they don't look suspicious. But when an African American wears the hoodie, they become suspicious. So we have to start talking about that conversation and stop talking around the conversation and start addressing those issues.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, that's basically the message I'm trying to get across. You don't judge a book by its cover. So if we flip it on the other side, I see a young white male around my age and he has ripped jeans on. It doesn't mean that he's a, punk rock meth addict. That doesn't mean that. He could be CEO of a company. You never know. I'm an entrepreneur, but people won't know that. Society won't know that because they just see a threat. Now, I know you have the Trayvon Martin Foundation. I know you guys have the Peace Walk coming up. Go ahead, tell the people about that.
Well, we have this is going to be our third annual event. It's the Trayvon Martin Peace Walk and Peace Talk, where we walk a short distance, less than a mile, and we want the people to know when they come out, basically our youth to know that they have a right to walk in peace without being followed, chased, pursued, or shot down. And so we do this peace walk in reference of Trayvon. And after that, that's February 14th, and on February 15th, we have the Remembrance Dinner just to remember him and his birthday and his life that he lived. So, I just encourage people to visit the website, which is TrayvonMartinFoundation.org, and see some of the things that we're doing in different communities and for different families. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And now back to more Brink TV.
What advice would you give other black mothers on raising black children, especially black boys? How can we prevent our children from not being fearful in this society, especially with the racial profiling and the stigmas and stereotypes that are associated with our black children, especially our black sons?
That's a very good question. One of the things I talk about is they are afraid. And I don't know what it's going to take so that they feel comfortable walking down the street, so that they feel comfortable going to school, and they feel comfortable with going to the store, and, just be comfortable with going to a neighbor's house. This country is in trouble. Amen. This country is in a lot of trouble. Our kids are afraid. Amen. And so what I think that I tell my son is I kind of limit the places that he goes, for one. And that's sad. Yeah. Because we are United States citizens just like anybody else. But we have to be careful if we want them to come home. And see, I want mine to come home. I don't think I could go through this again with another child. And so my conversation for my son, is that, I just tell him to be careful. We try to stay prayed up. We still involved in my church. So we still have to make sure that we're covered. And then we try to make sensible decisions. But the more important thing is not what I'm telling my son, because my son is not the one with the gun. Come on. The more important conversation is we need to start talking to other folks about how they perceive my son. Amen. And so It's easy for me to come out to these programs and speak. But if it had been a room full of some other folks, it would have been a bit more uncomfortable. Because the things that I say, they're not so comfortable with, because some of them have weapons. And it's a lot of things that I can take off. I can take off my earrings, my jacket, my pants, my shoes. I can take off everything right here on this stage. But I cannot take off the color of my skin. So that's the conversation that we need to have. And so this will be my challenge to you. My challenge to you is, you all know the struggle we're fighting. You all know how it hurts and pains you to watch the news of another person being shot and killed and the person not being held accountable for it. Right? You already know that. My challenge to you is to tell somebody and talk to somebody and discuss with someone that does not know, that don't quite understand racial profiling, that don't quite understand somebody being treated a certain way because of the color of their skin. It's easy to talk to somebody that look like you, but I challenge you to talk to somebody else. I challenge you to talk to someone that doesn't know the struggle you're going through, and even if you don't convince them how you feeling, get your message out. So that's my challenge to you. I thank you all for coming out, for taking the time, for caring about our kids, and all lives do matter. Thank you.